here to show you how to recreate one of our very favorite looks.
That's right, we're going to be showing you one of our favorite dramatic, bright colored looks. We're going to be using a couple colors from the Sweet Minerals line, and we're so excited to show you how easy it is. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright ladies, so the first step is primer. We're going to be using the Sweet Minerals Powder Primer in Camera Ready. We're just going to apply this all over the eye and up to the brow. Primer is just used to kind of even out the skin tones. We want everything just to be the same. We don't want to have any redness or anything. This is just going to help you start off with a completely blank canvas. Alright. The second thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and wet our wet dry brush with a little bit of water. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. You don't want it to be too much because then the shadow will be a little too watery. So just use your judgment. We're going to be using a bright pink color called Raspberry Tart. I'm going to be applying a lot of it to both eyelids. So I'm going to go ahead and start now. So with the wet shadow, you really just want to press it in, make sure everything is blended. Obviously this look is more dramatic because we're using really bright colors and wetting them, which makes them even brighter. So this is obviously not something you want to wear all the time. It's really good if you need something dramatic. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add some more. And, you know, feel free to continue to wet the brush because it will start to dry up quickly. Okay, so just apply it all over the eyelid. And with the wet shadows, especially with the dramatic look, it doesn't have to be perfect, okay? Because you're going to end up doing a lot of different colors and blending. So, you know, don't worry so much. Just get all the color on there. Now I'm going to move over to Carly's other eye and do the same exact thing, just pressing in all the powder. You want to make sure you come all the way into the inner corner of the eye. Make sure you blend down into the lashes so you don't have any of the skin coming through. You want to make sure that pink is all over the lid. Okay, and now you're ready to move on to your next color, which is going to be the Sugar Plum. So you want to use the same brush for that because that shadow is also going to be applied wet. So just kind of brush off the brush, dip it in the water again, and then swirl it around with your Sugar Plum eye flavor. We're going to go ahead and apply this in the crease, right above the pink. Since you're doing a bunch of wet shadows, it is going to be a little choppier because they're not as easy to blend when they're wet. So just make sure that you're being careful of where you're placing this. Then I'm going to grab the angle shadow brush, which is this one. I'm going to take a little bit of the Sugar Plum dry with that brush and just, dust it on top of the wet shadow because it sticks really well and it kind of makes it more sparkly. It's really pretty. I don't know if you guys can see the sparkles, but it's there. Add as much as you want because like we said earlier, this is a dramatic look and it's, not meant to be a daytime natural look. So, it's up to you how you want it to look. I'm also going to blend this in with the pink in the inner corner of Carly's eye. And then what I'm going to do next is go back in with the raspberry tart again and just dust that over the lid. And the reason I'm doing this is because you just want to make sure that the pink is very, very bright after adding the purple. Then I'm going to go ahead and dust off some of that fallout. Don't worry, it will come off. The minerals are very lightweight. I'm going to go ahead and let Carly show you that, and then I'm going to move on over to her other eye and do the same thing. Okay. Make sure that all of the colors are even on both sides. So I'm just going to bring the purple up a little bit more. Since she has a lot of room between her eyebrow arch and her eyelid, we can go a little bit more dramatic. Obviously, you're going to have to customize this look based on, you know, the shape of your own eye and your eyebrows. So that's why I'm not afraid to make this up higher. Look towards me. Okay guys, and now you're ready to go ahead and move on with the blue, which is our wild blueberry shade. Now the cool thing about this next step for the look is we're going to be using the detailed chisel brush. The reason I'm using this one is because we really want to do the blue as a liner on the bottom. I'm going to start off doing this dry because it's very, very bright on its own. I'm just going to have you look up. I'm just going to come under the eye and just kind of dust it on. Don't worry about having it be a perfect line because that's not really what we're going for with this look. For this look, I guess a lot is best. Kind of bring it into the inner corner. And then I'm also going to bring it up here and kind of connect it with the purple, which we're going to blend out later. And I'm going to go in and just do a little bit more in here. Now I'm going to go ahead to the other eye, do the same thing. So just dust it on. Since the whole eyelid is really intense, it's okay to do it a little softer on the bottom because this blue is so bright. So, you know, imagine what it would be like if it's wet. Okay, now doing the same thing, bringing it up with the purple a little bit. Just to kind of bring everything together. And then, again, going back in and doing one more coat. Okay, so there you go. And now we're going to do the silver. This is called Silver Sweet Glaze. It's actually one of our favorites because it's just, you know, who doesn't like silver? So we're going to take this, and we're going to do this dry right now. We're going to do it right under the brow. You can do this wet if you want. It's just nice and easy to blend when it's dry. And we just want to have a lot of sparkle. Make sure you're always tapping off the extra powder. And come down. And also, you know, go into the inside corner of the eye. This is really going to brighten up the eyes. Draw the light in. It's going to be really pretty. Alright, and now we're going to go ahead and do her other eye. And you guys are all done.
Now we're just going to go and put some mascara on and we'll be all finished.
Thanks so much for watching, guys. We hope you loved it as much as we do, and we'll see you next time.